speaking, an alien comes down from outer space, and you're in Alaska. You guys are both in Alaska, and this alien starts eating people alive. What would you tell this alien to stop this alien from taking your life? What would you tell that alien?
I mean, if he's an alien, he came to Earth. He's probably a lot smarter than me, you know? So if he wants to take my life, there's probably a reason for it. I probably wouldn't be able to convince him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys would consider yourself animal lovers?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love animals.
Big time.
Do you think it's possible to love animals and eat them?
I mean, in a way, I'm able to see both sides of things, you know? It's a psycho love where it's like, it's natural. I mean, it's messed up. A tiger's doing it in the wild. But at the same time, what we're doing to them in these factories, it's fucked.
Factory farming, that's definitely horrible.
I've seen videos of that.
And I see you mentioned like what animals do in the wild, but would you say what we're doing to these animals in the factory farm are anything resemblance of what's happening in the wild?
But at the same time, we're not in the wild anymore.
Sure.
You know, we're a society.
Sure.
And we're moving forward.
Sure.
You know,
we've evolved.
We're becoming more wrapped up into our society. You know, I don't want to sound like a society guy, but that's really how it is.
Yeah.
And people don't have time to be thinking about these kind of things where it's like they're working on getting money, getting paid, providing for their children.
Sure.
You know,
I guess that's true. That is very true. It's a fighting battle, and it's.
Does that count for seafood?
Yeah, it's
I couldn't do that.
I guess what you can say is
we're from Maryland, so
yeah.
Seafood is like top of the food chain for us.
Right.
Yeah, dude, we can't stop that.
Right. So, do you think it's necessary to eat animals to survive?
No.
So you can survive on plants.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's a privilege.
Right. So it's just a privilege.
Yeah.
Sure. So we all can agree that we're all against what's happening to the animals in the factory farms. Right. So what's the difference between the animals in the factory farms to the animals in the sea? I mean, they're both sentient.
So the thing about the animals in the sea, I can catch, and I've caught them. You know, I've caught them, and I feel like it's.
I feel like it's different from when you catch it and then like buying it.
Exactly. That's a big thing.
When you catch it, you're feeding yourself. When you buy it, you're supporting somebody else, I guess.
And I like sushi. I'm sorry, I really like sushi. Sushi's I'm a big fan of that.
Lobster's my favorite food by far.
So just because we can do something, right? Does that make it moral that we can do it? Because we could catch it.
Yeah.
But does that make it? Is that a moral justification for doing it?
I'm not sure.
You know, depends on what your morals are.
Right.
Depends.
What would you define as
moral behavior?
Ethical, moral behavior, sure.
In a perfect society, you know, people being like, that's really hard to explain, you know? It's like, we're thinking about hypothetical here.
Sure. I guess I'll chime in and say, like, you wouldn't want to do unto others that you wouldn't have done unto you.
Right.
So that's just like fundamental definition of what moral is. I'm not gonna kill unnecessarily if I don't have to, right? But if it's a life or death situation, by all means, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So if we know that we're animal lovers, we've established that, and we know that just because we can do something doesn't make it moral to do it. What justification would you have, or would you say that you can use to harm animals for unnecessary reasons when we can get the nutrients from plants?
Because I'm not perfect.
Sure.
That's why.
Sure.
Good question. I mean, good answer. Good answer.
So I get. Well, that's very. I can appreciate that you're. No one is, right. No one is perfect, but you know, we still want to strive to be the best versions of ourselves. Even, you know, every day it's going to change. Like if I go to the gym today, my output may not be the same as yesterday or the day after. It'll change, right? If I have a cold, it's not going to be the same, but I can still do my best. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yeah, so I could go vegan, but sushi.
But there's vegan sushi.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it taste just as good?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know about that. You didn't tell me.
There is vegan sushi. There's everything that you can have from meat and animal products. There's vegan versions for it. Like yesterday, I went to Burger King.
Does it cost us the same?
Pretty much the same. I went to Burger King. It was amazing.
Really?
It's not necessary to survive.
Right.
Yes, but you know we have Costco, we have Target, we have Walmart, Trader Joe's, and everything that you eat from animal products we consume from plants. That's burgers, pasta, hot dogs, all of it. But then we're also fighting climate change and we're being animal lovers.
Hell yeah.
Opinion. So, what would you say to the younger generation? What advice would you give them to combat climate change?
Stop littering.
To the young.
That's great.
Smoke more weed.
Sure, mellow out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Thank you guys so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.